250, and it's time to rock out with our forefathers. American-made, battle-ready style for true patriots. Whether you're marching in the parade, grilling in the backyard, or raising a toast to liberty, do it in the gear that screams freedom. Celebrate 250 years of USA in style. Wear your American pride loud. Trendjackers.etsy.com. Grab yours before the fireworks.
I don't think she smoked a cigarette.
Good idea.
They just go with the flow. It's the Hershey and Keegs show.
Welcome to Hershey and the Keegs Show, starring pitcher Mark Hirschman and his personal catcher, Mike Keegan. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. live from the Governor's Comedy Club radio studio. Thanks so much for listening.
Oh, well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday night, 9 p.m. You guys know what that means. What does it mean? That means, Mark, that it's the Hershey and the Keegs Show.
It does.
That's what we do every night,
Yeah.
every Tuesday night at 9 p.m.
It does.
And we're excited to be here. I was not here last week. I'm
Right.
back.
Yeah.
Jay Moore filled in for me last
Jay
week,
Moore
apparently.
popped on, Dustin Ibarra. What a show that was,
Exactly.
huh?
Oh, it was great. I
Terrific.
watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I'm here, Mike Keegan, Mark Hirschman, Tony Walker, and let's get it on.
Yeah, and listen, we are super blessed to be here, first and foremost, as we always say. We this has been maybe 6-8 months in a row where we just hammer down one wonderful guest after another,
Yeah.
and this is definitely one of our favorites right off the bat. We are so honored and welcomed and humbled to bring in the famous author, children's author, and humanitarian, and so many other things, Miss Audrey Penn. Hi, Audrey Penn. How are you?
I'm great, and thank you for having me here. How are you guys?
We're
Great.
so good.
Thank you for joining us.
To familiarize yourself, I am Hershey, Mark Hirschman. This is my partner, the Keegs, Mike Keegan, and our producer, Tony Walker, who you met briefly before. We do want to thank you on a cold Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Although, where are you, by the way? What state do you live in nowadays? Is it Maryland or Georgia?
North Carolina.
Okay. So what's the weather down in the Carolinas right now?
Cold.
Cold.
I think in its 30s right now.
Okay, so we would give anything for 30.
I would love 30 right now.
We're
Yeah.
about 17 right now down here, up here in New York. So I guess it's not too bad in Carolina. We have so much to talk about. Before we talk about the kissing hand, I want to know about your kissing hand. I know from your wonderful assistant Pierre, he told me that you recently had some procedures done. And how are you feeling, by the way?
I'm doing good. I just had 2 new knuckles done on my right hand.
Ooh,
But
boy.
you know, when you slap people around a lot, you have
Yeah.
to get
Exactly.
It's almost a little ironic to me. The person who has written one of the most famous children's books in the history of children's books, The Kissing Hand, just had knuckles put on her hand. But you're doing okay. That was a few weeks ago. I know Pierre told me, and it looks like you look well. You feeling okay?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Excellent.
Good. Well, and please thank Pierre, by the way. He's a wonderful communicator. He has helped facilitate this meeting, and it's definitely a dream come true. Just to give you a little what's the word, Mike?
Familiarity.
Thank you. I thought I wrote it down.
Mark's a little tongue-tied.
I have 3 children, 22, 20, and 15. Mikey has a stepdaughter who is 10 years old, and Tony has 2 kids himself. We have all experienced the kissing hand, and it is just such an honor to be able to bring the person who brought that book to light so many years ago, I believe 33 or 34 years ago, and so many others. So, again, we really do appreciate it. And I just want to familiarize my audience with exactly how this connection was made, and I know that Pierre, again, made it happen. As our audience knows, friends of the show, my neighbors, family friends, the Galena family suffered a fire in October of 2024. Not only did it take their entire house, but it took all of their possessions. And I guess it was a few months after that I saw Suzanne post a picture of her little baby boy, Santino, with his old copy of The Kissing Hand, and it kind of inspired me to try to dig up Audrey Penn's email address, and somehow I found it. And within a few weeks, not only was there a autographed copy of The Kissing Hand to Santino, but also to Luca and Juliana, Suzanne's other children, and with a slew of other books, because you felt that was a nice thing to do, and it was incredibly appreciated. And on behalf of them, I can't thank you enough for doing that. That was really very sweet of you and Pierre.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it was.
It's just, I think the most important thing in the world to me is the safety and the feeling of the safety for children. And one of the things that children get from books is they can have a friend all the time. It's a friend. They're not going to turn on them. They're not going to go away. Nothing's going to happen to them. So if a child has a friend that he's made in a book, it's someplace he can return to when he's scared, when something bad has happened. That's the important thing, and that's the sole reason for me sending out books when things.
That's an amazing way to put it.
Audrey, I know that your first book was written in the 70s, but this book, I believe, was 1993. Can you just tell us the derivation of it? Was it from an experience with your own children or child? Can you tell us how this book, The Kissing Hand, came about?
Actually, what happened was I had gotten too ill to be able to not help my mom's help. So I moved back with my 4-year-old so that I was closer to my mom. And near her is a park that I've been to with him a slew of times. And there's a little railroad train there, a little red railroad train. You buy a ticket, you get in. We had been on it so many times, we knew the exact route. This particular day, we were halfway through the ride and the train stopped. And the engineer started honking his horn and tooting his, ringing the bell. When he started clapping his hands and going, shoo, shoo, get out of here, we assumed it was an animal that was on the railroad track. Well, he wasn't allowed to go near the animal. He had to go get a park ranger. So he told everybody, stay in the train. Don't move. I'll be right back. Well, of course, I'm a children's writer. This is great. I assumed it was a deer, okay? So I thought, all right, a deer is holding up 100 people on a little choo-choo train. I think this is great. I can turn this into a children's book. So as soon as he left, I got out of the train. I tiptoed to the front. I wanted to see the deer on the railroad track. Boy, was I surprised. It was not a deer. It was the largest raccoon I'd ever seen in my life. She
Wow.
stood up on her hind legs and she started clicking at me.
Oh wow.
I was terrified. So I had learned early on that you don't look into a strange animal's eyes. You look down.
I've
So
learned that
I
with Mark.
cast my eyes down. I tiptoed backwards. And when I did, I saw a cub about this big
Oh.
standing next to the mom. So now I understood. I couldn't take my eyes off this baby. I had never seen a baby raccoon that tiny, so
Oh.
sweet. Suddenly, in front of me, the mother gets down, takes the baby's tiny little hand in her own, opens it up, puts her face in the hand, and his hand he puts on his cheek.
Oh.
I looked up into the heavens and I said, "Thank you."
This is it.
That was it. But more than that, it was just it was a feeling that I got. It was just the most incredible, warm, cozy, loving feeling. And we had been in my son and I had been in the parking lot earlier where I had seen a mother really abusing her little child because he couldn't keep up with her, his tiny little legs, and she's smacking him.
Mm.
And here you have in nature a mother raccoon who is lovingly kissing her baby hand, and puts it on his face.
Wow.
And I thought, oh, this was amazing. So I get in the car, and of course, like all authors who carry paper and pencil, I had none. Like, as I'm pulling out, I look in the rearview mirror, and I had grocery bags, paper grocery bags. So I emptied a grocery bag. I gave my son a strip of those little white um, donuts, and I said, "Here," which he's never allowed to do in the car. And I wrote the first kissing hand on a grocery bag.
Oh my God.
We get to my mother's house that night, and my brother's family is there. So Friday night, we celebrate the Sabbath with my mother. So we had the whole family there. And I looked at my son and I said, "Tell everybody what happened today." It was so exciting because all the way home, I talked about the raccoon, how the mother loved the baby, and the baby took the kiss with him. And wasn't this wonderful? And we were going to do this from now on. And he said, "Yeah, I got to eat donuts in the car."
That's great.
Audrey, as this whole scene is playing out, which is basically from an afternoon to an evening, and you had already published several books at that point, in your mind, did you have any sort of epiphany that you were on to something that was going to be literally life-changing for millions and millions of people? You didn't. I'm assuming you didn't even begin to think that whatsoever.
No, but I did know. I did know what I had as far as like I visit the psych floors at children's hospitals and things like that. So I did know what I had to help some children making a connection when they had to say goodbye to their parents when the parents went home at night.
And I'm glad it wasn't a deer because the kissing hoof doesn't sound.
The kissing hoof is not as good, not as effective.
But I do get a lot of letters from kids. Could I write the kissing paw?
Oh, all right.
It's
like that.
It's just fantastic to me. And I know, from studying up on you that you spent a lot of time over the years in children's hospitals, and I'm assuming that this is the book that's probably most requested. Can you even possibly put into words for us the significance of what that means to you every time you get an opportunity to sit in front of a sick child or sick children? What your message means to you when you read it to them?
I think when I'm with the children, when I'm with the families, I really don't think about anything else at that time. I'm I'm just I'm grateful for what happened. This is not something I did. This is something I saw, I observed, and I got to take it and say, wouldn't this be fantastic if a child could get this from a parent and take it with them when they have to separate? And wouldn't this be useful after maybe something tragic that happens and they can, you know, take this for comfort? And like I said, find a friend. If Chester Raccoon can become a friend and they can go back over and over and over. Oh, okay, Pierre's handing me this. My publisher came to my home and went up. I have trunks and trunks and trunks of letters, and put together letters letter to Chester Raccoon, which
So
is
cute.
That's great.
it's an amazing little pamphlet that we sent out with one of the anniversary copies of the book. Thanks, and I think that speaks for it.
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
It's it has. I was raised to believe in trees and roots. Okay, good and bad, up and down. Everything has its opposite. So for all the absolutely wonderful things that the Kissing Hand brings, it also took us to the Connecticut school after the shootings.
Oh,
So
wow.
had to we've had to deal with some pretty hard stuff.
In Newtown, yeah.
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 Oh wow.
Wow. I know that I can just tell that you're a very you're deep rooted in faith and spirit, and I almost feel like you're taking this as a mitzvah that you're able to pass along to kids, and you're doing it with so much humility that you're not looking to reflect on what you're doing for them, but you were given this tool, and in turn, it's really helping people for 30 something years now. Are you able to ever reflect on literally the millions of people that have purchased this book, or do you not even allow yourself to do that?
Not really. I mean, I get excited every time we get in the mail the Kissing Hand in a different language.
Oh, right.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
Um, I I think I've never been one to think about my writing in that way. I just a lot of it is helps me when I write. I don't feel pain
Hmm.
when I read or I listen to a book. Through my Bluetooth, I don't feel pain. So it's better than pain medicine.
So
So
I love that you're basically describing it as an escape, which is as stand-up comics, which Mike and I both are. We have both talked about on the show many times that we'll utilize the platform of stand-up to escape from what we're dealing with sometimes, and that's really kind of equivalent to what you're saying, I think, right now.
yeah, exactly. But it has also allowed me. I've just been invited to be a spokesperson for my disease nationally, and meet with the families, meet with other children. I have juvenile idiopathic
Rheumatoid
rheumatoid
arthritis.
arthritis,
Yeah.
78, and I've had
Oh, wow.
arthritis for 75 years.
Oh,
Jeez.
wow.
Wow.
So, but the Kissing Hand has allowed that. It's brought me into places I really, really, really want to be, and that's more of what I think about. And how can I do the next one? I just finished Chester Raccoon and the Kindness of Friends because I think we need that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially nowadays. How did the name, was Chester just a random name, or what was the derivation of the name Chester?
When I wrote a weather book called Blue Out of Season, I worked with Willard Scott.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
And Willard Scott used to say that he chose the states and the cities he talked about because they crunched in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And so I went through baby names And when I got to Chester, it crunched in my mouth. It was perfect. And that's how I named him.
Oh well.
It's just so terrific. So I'd be willing to wager that the majority of the people who are watching our audience are familiar with you and your book, and certainly Kissing Hand and the other books. But what they may not know, and certainly you can verify my crack research staff's information, but you started out before you were an author. You were a ballerina dancer. You were affiliated with the New York City Ballet. You were a choreographer who was involved with the 1976 Olympic team. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So that caught me off guard a little bit. I knew nothing about that. Let's talk about going back, 50 some odd years ago in the early 70s, this choreography ballet dancer life of yours.
When I was about 4, my oldest brother, was dating someone who took ballet lessons.
Mm-hmm.
And she convinced my brother that if I took ballet lessons, it might help make me stronger. It did, and I fell in love with it. And so for a few years, I went into a slight remission. You don't really go into a full remission with this, but I went into enough of a remission that I could take classes. I learned to dance. And then, of course, me with everything else, I'd become obsessed with it and fell in love with dancing. And then I had to take a lot of physical therapy at the same time. And I turned physical therapy into alignment. So I was able to help dancers who were injured.
Oh wow.
And then that turned into helping football players, which helped turn into baseball players. So after I couldn't dance anymore, I continued with alignment for a long time.
And how did the affiliation with the Olympics and the Pan Am Games in the 70s, how did that come about?
I think now I'm beginning to forget how that actually started. I think that I was doing alignment work for the New York City Ballet at the time when one of the dancers was doing gymnastics and was going to the Olympics and got hurt. So I started working with her. And so I moved with her over to the camp where they were all practicing and started working alignment on the entire team. And so after I finished with the gymnasts, I started doing it for the ice skaters.
It's just amazing,
incredible.
for someone who's written books your entire life or for 50 some odd years. I feel like your story is deserving of someone writing a book about you, because your story really is so fantastic. Would you agree that it's a story, Mike? What do you think?
Absolutely. From the start to now, and
Yeah.
so many different levels of your life that would be
It's just
interesting to people.
fascinating. Like this is like it's like a TV special. I don't know. You disagree, Audrey?
I don't know. I really hate looking in the mirror.
Yeah. You're so humble, and something that I really found fascinating, which hopefully you can expound on a little bit. But your love for writing started from, again, my research tells me that you had some older brothers. There was a lot of teasing and cajoling and making fun, and instead of kind of hiding and regressing from that, you started making notes and telling stories from the funny things that your brothers used to talk about. I find that incredibly fascinating. Can you talk a little bit about that for us?
Well, the first thing that happened with the writing, I was in the 4th grade. I came home. I wanted to share something with my mom. She was doing the dishes. She was making dinner. She was getting ready for my brothers. One of them was getting ready for a bar mitzvah. She said, later. So what I did is I wrote down what I wanted to tell her, and I put it on the dining room table. She came to me later and she said, when you wrote it down, I could actually listen to you. I read it several times. I understand what you were saying. So for the first time in my life, I understood what it was like to be heard. No one ever listened to me.
So-
no, not in that household.
What were the ages of the kids? Tell us the ages of the children.
Huh?
What were the ages of the children in the house? Tell us the ages of the kids.
My youngest brother is 5 years older than I, and then Ralph was 8 years older than
Okay,
I.
gotcha.
I
Oh, wow.
lost my older brother, unfortunately, when he was 21.
Okay.
I just turned 13. So that was a great loss.
Wow, that's it really just it's so fascinating how I imagine over the years your kids who are obviously are grown now. Do you have grandchildren? Are there grandchildren as
Just
well?
had our first grandchild last year.
Oh,
Oh, very
Mazel,
nice.
that's amazing. So,
Started walking yesterday. Now my son's in trouble.
oh
yeah,
my
right,
goodness
exactly, yep.
gracious! How excited are you? Do you already are you daydreaming about the day that you're able to read the Kissing Hand or the Happy Apple or anything like that to your grandchild?
We started reading it the day he was born.
Amazing. Totally amazing. You caught me off guard, and Mike kind of looked at me the same time when you said you're 78. Both of us probably, if we had a guess, we were going to think you're in your early 60s. So you are filled with such life and spirit and chutzpah and goodness. I guess that probably has a lot to do with the fact that you're just inspired by what you do every day and the opportunity that you get. And my guess is you have no plan on stopping. Is that correct?
No,
None.
no. Every so often I stop for a surgery and then I go back.
Yeah.
There you go.
So give us a typical now that you're recuperating from the knuckle surgery, from the brass knuckle fighting and the UFC fighting. Give us an idea what's happening in the next month or two for Audrey Penn.
Well, right now I just started a new book. It's for fifth graders. And my mother had asked me to write a book about my uncle's very peculiar home in New Jersey. And I didn't really want to do that, but now that she's gone and I finished The Kissing Hand, I finished my Blackbeard novel. So I decided to sit down and try to write this. I'm writing it. It's not exactly the book she wanted me to write, but I'm having a lot of fun with it.
That's fun. I look forward. I have a fifth grader, so I look forward to.
Yeah, Mikey's daughter's in the 5th grade, so this is going to be exciting for them.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a venue I've never stepped in before. It has to do with ghosts and it has to do with things like that. But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I set my alarm very early in the morning. I get up. I have the love of my life is a panther chameleon named Aristotle. I make sure that he's okay, and I go into the bug room. You have to make sure that the bugs are healthy because he eats the bugs.
I'm sure.
Exactly.
I spend several hours a day taking care of worms.
That's great.
And then I grab my coffee and I come into the office and I start writing.
It's just fantastic. It's something that Mike and I ask. We've had some really well-established, famous comics in this studio, and we ask them the same question I'm going to ask you is, do you love what you do as much today as you did 30 years ago? More, less, the same? What's your feel on that?
Far more.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Because now I'm not afraid of immersing myself in with the characters themselves and getting lost in where they are, what they're doing, the timeline. I used to be a little afraid and wouldn't quite take that final step. But, getting lost in their personality. And now there's just no fear at all. Now I just jump in and have fun.
And what do you do? I know that we talk on the show a lot when we're writing material and things like that, and you invariably hit some sort of a block. Obviously, the type of writing that you do is you're not a novelist per se, but do you hit similarly writer's block? And if so, how do you handle that?
I don't hit writer's block. Okay, that's not something that's ever plagued me. What I do hit is sometimes I just can't pull the right word out.
Mm-hmm.
That will drive me crazy. So I'll write around it and until finally, it'll pop into my head. But also, I'm a bit of a slower writer than most writers. I have a habit of just editing and editing and editing and editing and editing.
Mhm.
I like to go over everything over and over again. That's my favorite part. People are so scared of editing,
Mm-hmm.
but what you're doing is you're filling it out. You're bringing in the color. You're bringing in the background.
Sure.
I love it.
And so when that word, you said it pops, when you get that word in your head that you've been thinking about maybe for days, can you describe to the audience in lay terms how that feels when that word pops, when it hits?
Pierre's sitting here laughing at me. I scream.
Really?
I literally, yeah, I do. I scream. Finally, but I let it loose. Yes.
I don't know if this is okay or not. Is Pierre comfortable just coming on and giving a little wave? Is that something he'd be willing to do?
I can slide in.
Hi, Pierre. How are you?
Doing great.
I wanna thank you so kindly for your consideration and your kindness over the past few months, and certainly I know you helped facilitate this, and Mike and I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Pierre.
Oh, this has been great. I mean, you all have been so wonderful to, first off, to do this for your friend.
Yeah, it just took a life of its own on. I just simply wanted to get a copy of the book, and then you're the ones who reached out, and the podcast wasn't even a thought. I never really, we mostly, to be honest with you, we interview athletes, comics, actors, and so forth. But obviously, the Kissing Hand has been in my house. I have kids since 2003, so 22 years. To have the opportunity to do this is a joy, and getting a chance to know you both a little bit has been a joy. And I don't know, Mike, anything else you want to say to Audrey and Pierre before we let them go?
Just thank you. And like Mark said, and I've read the book to my daughter, and I'm aware of the book, and this is great. And your time, thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Well, if either one of you would like a book, just please let us know.
Absolutely, yeah. That would be amazing.
I will. I'll reach out to Pierre again, and certainly, same thing goes. If you guys ever want to come back on, and there's anything you want to promote, we love doing this all the time. We promote people's books and shows and things like that. So thank you so much.
Can I tell you about my Easter book real quick?
What's that?
Can I tell you about my next book?
Please.
Take your time. Yeah, absolutely. Please go ahead.
Okay, it'll be out in the spring. It's called Easter Bunny the First.
Excellent.
I thought my brother was going to hemorrhage when I wrote it because it's an Easter book.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
right. That's true.
I hope there better be some Pesach element in there. I hope.
But I told him, I said, I think it'll be a moneymaker. He said, oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's okay. All right. When you're hiding the Afikoman, you put some money in there also, please. Wonderful. Well, Audrey, thank you so much for your time. We wish you good health with your knuckles and everything else that's going on with you. Pierre, you remain healthy as well, and hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to you both down the road.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
That was great.
Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful night.
you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
That was terrific.
Oh, she's amazing.
Really good. That was really
Yeah.
I got goosebumps.
Like she was just telling us how she wrote
Yeah.
the book, and I felt like she was reading us a story.
Yeah,
It's just like a
It's so cool.
inane kind of.
Yeah, I want to touch on that a little bit. Tone, we're going to just go ahead and hit a couple of sponsors, and then I kind of want to do a little recap about Audrey and Pierre.
Yeah.
The Herschy and the Keegs show is proudly sponsored by Sophia Jewelry at 134 Gardeners Avenue right here in Levittown. Specializing in diamonds and vintage jewelry, go see Omid for all of your buying and selling of jewelry, and mention Herschy and the Keegs for a free appraisal. Of course, we have our dear friend Dr. Kimberly O'Connor over at Platinum Chiropractic. She's fully dedicated to providing chiropractic solutions to address your unique needs, whether you're experiencing back pain or neck pain, headaches or muscle tightness. Call 516-935 3555. Right there in downtown Hicksville, you can go see Dr. Kimberly O'Connor. We, of course, have our dear friends over at New View Construction, who I literally just got a text message from someone asking about New View Construction. Anthony Banfitch, established in 2007. They're the people to call for the finest craftsmanship and all of your general contracting needs. Call 516-924-5627 and do it with confidence. And of course, your favorite human being on the earth, Senior Account Manager Keith Dunn. He's not just any manager, he's a Senior Account Manager, American Restoration Solutions. When disaster strikes, and Mike knows that it will,
Oh boy, do I know.
they'll guide you to recovery. Call 516-662-9377 and ask for Senior Account Manager Keith Dunn.
Best senior account manager of all
He's
time.
the best. You know, it hasn't happened in a while to me, but at least for the first couple of years of the show, I would get people saying to me, and I don't know how often this happens to you, is what's your goal on the show? You guys doing athletes? You doing comedy? You're interviewing? And I feel like I almost was like skirting the answer a lot of times. And now I after almost 4 years of doing this, I think the answer is very, very straight in the sense that we just want to interview people that are interesting to us.
Yeah.
That we think, whether it's someone who's funny or someone who's interesting or has done something kind for the people that we care about, whether it be Trent, whether it be, the Moss family, or, when they came on with Abby, we don't really have to we don't need to be pigeonholed.
Don't pigeonhole me ever.
Yeah, you don't
do
need
not.
to be pigeonholed.
But you know what the thing is also,
Yeah.
you and I, we're like every man. We're every
We
man.
are every
so
man.
if we enjoy it and we think it's special, the people that like us and watch us are going to think it's special.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean-
don't paint us into a corner.
We don't need to be painted into a corner because, I think that's the cool thing. And again, I guess it really only matters what I think and you think because it's our show.
Pretty much it.
So, if we want to have every WFAN guy that's ever existed, if we want to have on a comic that I met when he was 21 years old and now he's a TV guy, and then we have Jay Moore pop on.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we have Nick Greystone talking about his heavy metal music. That's okay. We can really do what the hell we want because I think what's important is the audience will enjoy it if we're enjoying it. I think that's always been my take.
That's pretty. Yeah, it's like the point I was trying to make. If we're exuding enjoyment, they're gonna pick up on it, and that's that works. People like us.
I hope so. I mean, I think so, but I'm just I feel
Not
like
everybody, but
I feel like for a while though, I felt like I was kind of rationalizing to people what it was we were doing here and why there was such a disparity from a 78-year-old author of children's books to Jackie Martling being in here talking about dick jokes.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly,
mean? And that's what we want.
That's our eclectic interest.
Oh.
And we have a wide variety of interests. And we want to share it with the world and put a little light into the universe.
We want to shed a little light, like James Taylor said.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah, that's absolutely. Speaking of shedding a little light, and I don't know, we didn't really plan for this, but I think it's important to acknowledge two really, really special people who ironically are special to both of us from a different standpoints. But today is the birthday of Mike Champy, who has been on the show. Literally escaped the hands of death 2.5 years ago. You happen to know him even longer than me, which is just such a wonderful irony of our relationship.
Yeah, he's Meadow Boy.
Yeah, Mikey's birthday's today, and of course our Rosie girl.
Rosie, it's Rosie's birthday. Happy Rosie Day.
Happy Rose Day.
Happy Rose Day.
Yeah, happy Rose Day.
Happy birthday,
It's
Rosie.
Pete Rose's birthday. It's interesting.
Charlie Hustle, they call her.
There was a picture that someone posted. There was so many pictures from the holiday party last night, but sometimes a picture is taken and it's just a picture that you feel like's been around for 100 years and you just want to look at it all the time. It was a picture where you had presented Rosie with a birthday cake.
Yes.
And it's me and Haft and Rosie girl, and she's laughing and you're making some sort of reference about the cake, and we don't really know what it was. I assumed it was, you it's putting your schmeckel in the cake, whatever. But that picture just kind of sums up the crew.
It does. That's our little crew. That's our soul.
Yeah, the soul crew.
Crew.
It's the soul crew.
And but that's we enjoy each other so much. It's always fun. It's always light and interesting, and that picture captured it.
What is it about this dynamic with the four of us where we have definitely, even though you're a little bit younger than Rosie, not a couple of years, and me and Eric are a few years older, but we've definitely baby sistered her. Like we very protective of her, and not just from a comedy standpoint, but a life standpoint,
and
too, and who she's dating and not dating, and it's just really a cool thing. And
I think we all came into, she pretty much came into our lives at an time. She was going through some stuff. We were all going through things, and we kind of took her on. She's like my little, she's like my sister though. And she's all of our sister, and we take care of her, and she's amazing, and.
I just picture it if Rosie gets married again, whatever, we're gonna all be in the matron of honor dresses. You know what I mean?
None of her girlfriends are gonna be.
I'm gonna definitely
be me, you, and half.
No, I want to be in a teal, I just want to be in a dress of some sort.
There's the picture. Yeah, and, we're having fun.
It's just an amazing picture. Look how happy she is.
Yeah. That cake was good too. It was mocha.
It was a mocha cake. If you remember, we did our Saratoga trip this summer. The four of us went, and I had gotten out of the car. We had stopped to get beer or whatever it was right as we got to Saratoga, and I was dressed decently. I had a polo on and slacks or shorts, whatever. And Rosie's like, "No, this is not going to work." And she took out a lint roller and she started linting my shirt off.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know what? We did. Me and Richie did that play in the city.
Oh right,
our variety show.
Yeah.
And she had she was steaming. all of our outfits for the thing. I mean, I had a crumpled up dress that I was wearing.
Yeah.
And she's steaming everything, hanging it up for us, and
man, I guess we'd be remiss if we didn't say that the reason why she has all these nifty little tools is that she is the owner and operator of one of the most significant bridal dress places in all of. It's called Bridal Reflections. Is that right, Tony?
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess that's why she's equipped with this stuff. Yeah. But we get a kick out of her, and she gets a kick out of us, and it's like having a baby sister.
Exactly.
And
she's cool. She gets it. She hangs out with three idiot guys,
idiots who say really stupid things, and she can throw it back, and nothing offends her, which is really a very, very unique trait. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Especially in the comedy world, there's not many females that can really just hang. And
she can hang, and she can hang hard. Absolutely. Tony, this is totally random, and this is not something we've done many times on our show. But can we try to call Rosie? Do you think that's? I don't know. Yeah. This is her.
While we're calling her, I do want to plug.
Yeah, plug.
Think Happy.
Oh, let's do that. Okay, so March 23rd.
March 23rd. 6 p.m.
Okay, so wait just until he's finished. Let him just do that real quick then. Go ahead.
Still has to call us.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do it, yeah.
Okay.
So it's Think Happy. It's an event Mark and I've been going many years. Mark joined me last year. It's an amazing event.
Yeah.
It's going to be March 23rd, 6 p.m. at Nassau Coliseum.
Yeah.
It's such a great, it is, food, open bar, but really to the heart of the event is they raise money to help kids that have just gone through a significant
some sort of loss, whether it's
kind of loss,
a parent loss or sibling
loss or a parent, and it's just such a good cause. We're gonna try to get a whole table together.
Yeah, so Mikey and I went last year with Mikey's buddy Vinny Capozzi, who had a loss when he was a kid. He lost his sibling,
his brother.
And we met. It was Bobby Nystrom and Dwight Gooden and Jigs McDonald.
Benoit Hogue was there.
Yeah.
But Frankie Lucano, our really good friend Frankie Lucano, got me involved in this, and it's a big part of his life. He also lost a sibling when he was young, and it means a lot to him, and now it means a lot to us. So we really just want to get some people out. So it's a great cause. We'd love for you to come and join us.
So I'm glad you brought that up. So Frank Lucano, who's goes back with Mikey since he's literally a kid, and he's a wonderful guy. Mikey and I had breakfast with him a couple of months ago, and we're due to have it again. Mm-hmm. He's definitely very much involved with this organization, and Mikey and I, it's not like we're considering going, we're going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think it's $150 a person or $175, whatever it is.
It's like $175.
Yeah.
But it couldn't be for a better cause. And it's just an amazing night out. And the food's amazing. There's drinks, and this year it's bigger. It's at Nassau Coliseum. They did it at. Last year we did it at the Jericho Terrace.
Yeah, it was terrific.
And now it's really getting bigger every year. They're doing it right to the Coliseum.
So the whole Coliseum, so there'll be 14,000 people
14,000 people there. There's going to be a hockey game that's going to break out. It's going to be wild.
No, the Coliseum, for people who don't know, the new Coliseum does have like little party areas and like party rooms and things like that. So so Mike and I will be there. Certainly reach out to both me or Mike if you decide that you want to attend, because
it's a Monday night. You're not doing anything.
We'll be it'll be me, Mike, Vinny. Tony's not available. He did look into it. We mentioned it to Haft, Rosie. Anyone who wants to go, just let us know.
We'll do a meet and greet afterwards if you want.
Yeah,
me and
absolutely. We had and I don't know if you wound up winning something, but you were putting in. Well, you did win Juliana something.
I won Juliana
earrings
some jewelry last year. I won my mother some jewelry.
Yeah.
I think the year before also I won something for Carla and Juliana as well. But
it's just, you know what? It's a wonderful event because your money is going to an incredibly good cause. Essentially what happens, it's almost kind of like a quasi Make-A-Wish thing where they use their funds to maybe buy tickets to send a kid who lost a sibling to a Broadway show.
Or they'll show up on Christmas and give a kid a Christmas, buy him presents. And it's awesome. Like I said, there's a huge Chinese auction every year. They auction off a real Chinese. Chinese guy. And
the whole thing. The whole person.
One Chinese man. They auction him off.
Yeah.
And, no, but the prizes are amazing. And, it's a great.
Oh,
event.
last year's they had like a Pat LaFontaine jersey. Yeah. They had a Goodenstein jersey, Nystrom paraphernalia.
They had what's his name too. Right before he broke the goal.
Ovechkin.
Yeah, the Ovechkin jersey. It was like right before he broke
you know
the
what?
record.
If you remember, it was like that week that he broke the record, and the bidding went like crazy. Like there's some like we were bidding like $100, 125. Next thing you know, it's like 800, 1,000.
I think one of my friends, it must have been like maybe $2,000. He bid on a Kobe Bryant basketball the year before.
Yeah.
And it gets crazy.
Fantastic. Well, I'm sure Frankie's listening, and maybe Frankie, every couple of weeks you can remind us, especially as we get closer, because it's an important event. It's a fun event. It's the kind of event that you will never be like, shit, I just spent $200 to go out. Well, you know what? You'll spend $200 to go ahead and drink and eat and accomplish nothing other than feeding a restaurant.
Yeah.
You're going to spend $200. You're going to meet some famous athletes. You're going to hang out. You're going to laugh. You're going to hear
Herschy
some wonderful stories. You're going to maybe win something. So, Mike, I'm glad that you had brought that up. That's really super significant.
Yeah.
Speaking of significant, we should definitely give a shout out and a thanks to the great people at Governor's Comedy Club, Jimmy Dolce, Joe Carletto.
What a night.
Andrea. Last night was the annual Governor's Comedy Club holiday party. And when people, say, well, what are they doing having a holiday party this time of year? Well, it's perfectly planned when it is, simply because there are comics who are on the road during the holidays. The club is busy during the holidays.
Yeah.
A Monday night, Martin Luther King every year.
Yeah.
That place was jacked last night.
It was jacked up. Yeah,
it was jacked last
everybody,
night.
The who's who was here.
It was a total who's who. You had Chrissy Mayer there. You had
Joe DeVito was
Joe
there.
DeVito, Jackie Martling,
Jackie Martling.
Yeah, Gina Bisconti. You had so many familiar faces.
Jeff Bosey.
The Bose Man was there. And listen, Govs, they go all out. I mean, it's there's a DJ playing the songs. There's all the food you could eat and
great
and
food,
booze
open bar, and just the best hang. I mean, the people that own this place and run this place are just amazing, and it's really just amazing to hang out with them.
Yeah,
no pressure. There's no shows going on. It's just we're hanging out.
Just hanging. So I think we would be remiss if we didn't say that, and Tony and I talk about this all the time. We don't take for granted what the opportunity is that we have here to be able to do our show in this wonderful studio, for us to perform on these stages here, especially this main room at Governor's and Brokerage for you and I.
Yeah.
We don't get out to Bohemia as much because we're local guys. But make no mistake about it, we don't take it for granted, the opportunity we have and the good people that are running this place. So thank you again to Mr. Dolce, Mr. Carletto, and Andrea for the opportunity, and a great night. Better for some than others. I heard that you had a couple of libations, and so
I was
did,
letting loose a little bit. I had
yeah.
a good time dancing with some of my friends.
Yeah,
and,
I definitely Irish exited by the time
I know you did.
that was happening for sure.
Yeah, it was. It got to catch up with a lot of people that I don't really get to see very often.
Yeah, it was great. No, it was super cool and good. One thing I texted Tony, and I hope that he's. Well, you know what? I'm gonna do one more set of sponsors, Tone, and then I wanna maybe that thing I was telling you about, that Q&A that you did with me the other day. Sure. I wanted to do with Mikey, but I want to do a little spin on it though. Okay. So Hershey the Keegs Show. This is one of our newer sponsors, who I'll keep on saying that until it's not new anymore.
All right.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You skipped Sunray.
Sunray Services. Now is the best time to convert to hybrid heating and cooling. Call them today at 631-231-5533 or visit them online at www.sunrayservices.com. That is our man with the plan, Eric Haft. We love you, buddy boy. Then we meet by accident. North Belmore Collision. Our friend Ami at 2734 North Jerusalem Road in North Belmore. 24/7, you can contact Ami at 516-784-4862. Again, we meet by accident. We work with all major insurance companies. Free estimate. Call Ami at 516-785-4862. We have our dear friends, the Advapsky family, demolition specialists, 1-855-RIP-OUTS, the number you call for demolition, dumpsters, and fence rental. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. They are a fully licensed demolition contractor, and of course, the New York State licensed real estate person, Diane Keegan from All Island
I've met
Estate
her
Realty.
before.
Lovely woman. You can call Diane directly at 516-458-1864 or email her at diane@allislandestates.com. If you're looking to rent,
Buy,
foster,
adopt,
sell or buy.
shelter.
Yeah, make Diane your first call. Diane actually made me chuckle today. You know I love Diane the mostest, but I had made a post, which I probably should make every single year post Governor's holiday party, where Mike gets a little hopped up on Pinot Grigio and other things. The conversation is very often, and this is why I frequently make the Irish exit and try to navigate myself away from Mike. The conversation usually winds up being me just puttering around and Mikey kind of winding up next to me with some rando, and he's saying, "Hey, you should come on our podcast."
And then Mark has to do damage control.
And it's someone that I'm never going to put on the podcast. And of course, in that situation, you're in a good environment. You're not going to rain on anyone's parade, obviously. So I just put out a disclaimer today on social media that anyone who Mikey might have extended some sort of a Hershey and the Keegs invite, it was officially revoked because Mikey was hopped up on Pinot Grigio, and then Richie Byrne, Tony Landolfi said I think he was drinking more than just Pinot Grigio.
I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, and then Mama Keegs had chimed in, no comment. So probably because she wasn't overly thrilled that you were indulging.
Probably not.
But
I wasn't driving. Who cares?
Yeah. Listen, you were fine. I don't know if this eventually happened, but I know I made it out of the place last night without you trying to kiss me, touch me in any sort of improper way, Tony.
There was no attempted rape.
I was on my best behavior last night.
You were?
Yes, you were.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I usually, my sign to go is when there's some sort of advance that I'm not comfortable with.
Chris Monty grabbed my ass twice last night.
He did. He was feeling good.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was feeling good last night.
I'm trying to think who grabbed my tushy last night. Hughes' girl, Marissa.
Oh, Marissa. I love Marissa.
Yeah, she's the best. Well,
Yeah.
I know her since she's
She didn't
a
grab
kid.
mine. Oh, that's good. The
Yeah,
kid-
well, but people like me, though.
The kid grabbed your ass.
Hold on. Did Rosie check in, by the way? Did she?
Is she okay?
Did you see if she texted you back?
I left her a voicemail.
Yeah, last night.
You know what?
last night
People
was a
don't really
blast.
respond to. People don't respond to voicemails. I'm just going to text her that we're finishing the show. You know, I mean, it is her birthday, so it is possible.
Yeah, she
that
could be like
she's-
out with her friends and family
Right,
instead of waiting
right.
for a couple
Right.
of idiots in a podcast to call her up.
You know, usually though, it's funny. You know me with my anal retentive behavior. I would usually give her a heads up, like, "Hey, be ready around 9:45." For some reason, I didn't do that. I guess I didn't. I just thought it would be more of a fun impromptu
Maybe you're
thing.
healing. Maybe you're healing.
Is that
I
possible?
don't know. You're like Jack Nicholson is as good as it gets.
Oh my God! You know that
I forgot to lock the door.
I really I'm obsessed with that movie. I watch it very often.
I watched it yesterday.
I watched it maybe a week and a half ago. And certainly that he forgot to lock the door is a great part. Certainly the part when he's telling her that I took the pills.
I took the pills.
I took the
You
pills.
make me want to be a better man.
Yeah. And
You
I
make me
started
wanna be
taking
a better
pills.
man.
To be honest with you, I became a better man once I started taking the Lexapro.
I noticed.
I literally did. You guys don't know me with minus Lexapro, but it's a lot worse than
I
what
would love
this version
one day.
is. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, one day just let's go off
Well,
the rails.
I'll tell you that there was a period of time a few years ago where my doctor said, "I'm not prescribing you any more pills because you're due for a checkup, and until then, I'm not." You know, and his logic was that, all right, I'll make an appointment and I'll come in. Well, no, I decided to take myself off of it cold turkey and protest him because I wasn't ready to go for an appointment in my crazy brain about being fearful of doctors. Anyway, as I think I touched on this with Roach maybe at one point, the coming down off of Lexapro in cold turkey variety is one of the most horrific things
Really?
that you can do. So what happens is it's similar. Like I mean, I'm sure it's not as grandiose, but when you're a heroin addict or a cocaine addict and you have to stop, like when you cold turkey off of Lexapro, your body is realizing it. They're notifying you of it.
Shocks the nervous system.
What happens is I would get these things. The most glaring thing was that I would get something called brain zaps. And brain zaps are just what they, in your brain, you feel, zzz,
Jesus, oh my God.
yeah, it's fucking nuts, man.
Oh my God, dude.
You feel, I mean, that's the medic, I don't think that's the medical term, but it's what you read on the internet. Like, you feel like,
Stacey, I'm getting the brain zapped
yeah,
again.
oh, she couldn't give two shits. Nobody could. Like, you know, the response is, take the fucking pills or go to the doctor, idiot.
I think Stacy had some leads hooked
Yeah.
up. to him.
It almost feels like if you had leads in your brain.
Yeah.
That's what you feel.
goodness.
That was probably the worst withdrawal symptom. It definitely affects your sleep habits. It affects your energy level. But when you're just sitting there, like, you're like, fuck,
my
man.
God, you're
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely. So, luckily, I'm in a good place with my physician where I've gone there not that long ago, and he hasn't threatened me with with coming off of the Lexis. But one thing so when I was on with Tony the other day, I mean, I've been in the studio a lot recently. I was in with Tony and Peter Anthony. When was that? Was
Monday.
that
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
And then when was it that you were the questions you read to me? When was that? Was that also yesterday?
No, that was last week on here. Because what's his
right.
name wasn't here.
Right, we did a little flip the script. Right. So what I want to do, Mikey, Tony had a thing where, I don't know, he said he stole it from Stephen Colbert. I mean, Stephen Colbert's off the air soon. So
That's why I stole it from him, because I don't care.
Yeah, it's going to be Tony Walker is what it is.
The Walker questionnaire.
Yeah, so Tony's going to ask a question, okay? And then I'm going to write an answer to it. Basically, it's going to be questions of you. It's like a Q&A of you.
Okay.
But I want to tweak it into my own little thing here of how well I know Mikey, okay? So I want you to answer the question, okay? Mm-hmm. And then I'll answer the question to see how well I know you, okay?
It's like the Newlywed Game.
Yeah.
How many times do we make
So you
whoopee?
should answer it and then just see if Mike agrees. Wouldn't that be, if you don't mind me throwing that in there, would that be easier?
Maybe. I mean, I just want Mike to. I don't want you to do shtick.
Yeah.
I want you to do the real
Yeah.
answer. Okay. Yeah. So go ahead. Let's go ahead and start it out. Let's see.
Just a bunch of questions helps us to really get to know who Mike Keegan really is.
That's what everybody wants to know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
First question: best sandwich.
Best sandwich is the Boca Cheese. Oops, I'm sorry.
So I'm going to just write it down first, what I was going to think. Okay. Okay, go ahead.
It's the bocconcini from My Hero. It's an eggplant sandwich. It's eggplant, sun-dried tomatoes, mozzarella.
Okay.
What
All
are
right.
you thinking?
I had semen on rye.
Oh! You know what?
Okay.
I thought he meant lunch.
Oh, okay.
Not delicious dinner.
I am 0 for 1. Okay, go ahead.
Right.
What's one thing you own that you should really throw out?
No, you have to give a real answer, okay?
One thing I own that I should really throw out is I just have this old hoodie that I love that it's tattered and torn, and I should probably throw it out, but I'm attached to it.
Does it say blimping ain't easy? Is that the?
Oh, no. We're not going
Oh,
there.
my goodness.
Not doing that.
Joking.
No.
Oh my goodness!
What is it? Is it ripped up? Is it tattered? What is it?
It's like it's like got some rips on the bottom over here, and it's it's faded.
Okay. Oh, I had a 6-week-old eggplant. No good? No good?
That was accurate.
Okay. All right. Okay. Very good.
Old eggplant.
Go ahead.
What was your first concert?
Okay, I'll let him write it, and then you got it? All right. My first concert was Billy Joel in 5th grade.
So I didn't know from a timing standpoint. I said OAR just because I didn't know how long they've been in your life for. But
they were probably my freshman year of college.
Oh, so that was later.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
All right. I wasn't sure.
This is actually their 30th anniversary this year.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's why I want to go see them at SPAC.
Right.
I already have tickets to see them at Jones Beach.
Okay.
But they're playing at SPAC.
So
and,
Billy Joel, figure like 1990.
It was 94 because of the year that River of Dreams came out.
Okay,
And I was
gotcha.
in 5th grade, and I went with my dad and my uncle and a priest.
In
Nassau Coliseum.
Nassau Coliseum. Okay. All right. Good one.
What is the scariest animal?
A bird. Any kind of bird.
Yeah. So I wrote down alligator just because I don't know. I didn't have any conception of that at all.
I'm terrified of birds.
Birds. Okay.
All right.
Just let me write first before you go. Okay. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Apples or oranges?
Apples or okay.
Oranges.
I wrote oranges because my hunch is that you would like the bursting squirt in your mouth. Is that?
It's a fair assessment, Mark.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to. Okay. Good.
Have you ever asked someone for their autograph?
I have.
Yeah, I had written down yes, and I would assume that you've asked for many people's autographs over the time.
I have. Probably my favorite prized autograph is Tino Martinez.
Wow.
Nice. What do you think happens when we die?
Okay, go ahead.
Our souls descend into the heavens.
Yeah, I would actually assume. I feel like you've died many times, so I would assume that you know exactly what happens.
I'm an expert.
I'm just saying, the Taco Bell to the hospital.
That's right, exactly,
and I ate a whole ham.
Exactly. Yeah, and
So,
I saw the light.
I would assume that you've Carol Anned it multiple times. Okay.
Favorite action movie?
Okay.
Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
No.
Wow, that's great. I wrote down Mrs. Doubtfire. No, because like there was
that scene where
a drive-by
drive-by fruiting.
A drive-by fruiting. That's action.
It was Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go.
He was Bond.
He was Bond. Yeah, James, he threw an orange at James Bond.
Oh God.
Window or aisle?
Okay.
Aisle.
Oh, I would say up until the point you lost weight, both. But not anymore, though. Now,
window and aisle.
Window, aisle, and middle.
Would you like the window or the aisle? Yes.
Window, aisle, and row. Now you absolutely can very ably fit in the window or the aisle.
Yeah, now you get to use the real seatbelt and not the extender, Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite smell?
Okay. Yeah.
Mark Hirschman.
Oh, wow. And what's your real favorite smell? Because I had an interesting one.
Jasmine.
Is
The gayest answer of all time.
The smell of
The smell
jasmine?
of jasmine, yeah. The scent. I can't know, it's like a lavender, but
Yeah.
jasmine.
Yeah. So that's not going to... I wrote down dried semen. So that's
Well,
not
right
gonna-
after the sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah.
The sandwich smells delicious.
No, because it's a tough question. Like I said, for me, like the smell of when someone hands you a newborn baby that has just been like bathed, like that
Yeah,
smell. But
yeah.
jasmine, is that legit?
It's legit. I enjoy any like the shampoos or body washes that are jasmine
Wow.
scented. And if you ever went to the RXR building, like they had they used to, I don't know if they still have it. They had like the waterfall inside, and it's a jasmine scent that when you go in there. And
Yeah.
yeah,
That's awesome. What else, Tone?
Is
Is there more?
Oh, there's more.
Oh,
but-
I don't. I thought that was the last one.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry. Go
no.
ahead. Go
There's
ahead.
a few more.
Go ahead.
Least favorite smell?
wet semen, bleach. Least favorite smell is rotten egg.
Yeah, I didn't. That's a random one, so I
Yeah.
didn't know. Rotten eggs you think are disgusting.
probably,
Okay.
yeah. That would
All right,
make
good.
it
Exercise, is it worth it?
Nope.
All right.
No, you did come in here after running a marathon.
I did
once,
that
if you
one time.
remember.
Remember, I was
Right.
late to that episode after I ran the marathon.
absolutely.
Cats or dogs?
Oh yeah, we know the answer
Dogs,
to that.
all day dogs.
All day dogs.
Yeah, I'm not some gay guy.
Yeah, you're a dog guy.
Most used app on your phone? Oh, my goodness.
Okay, that's it. Go ahead.
Grinder, Facebook.
It is Facebook.
It is definitely Facebook.
Oh, I had feet fuckers on here. Okay, we're close. It's with an F.
3 questions left. You get one song to listen to for the rest of your life. Now, it's not a constant loop. It's just whenever you're going to go listen to music, this is the song.
That's a good one. I Go Through by sorry, you're writing.
Yeah, no. Okay, go ahead.
I Go Through by OAR.
Yeah, I just randomly said "This Is the Time" by Billy Joel because I know you like that song.
It's another
Yeah.
awesome song that I could. Yeah.
But so the OAR song, okay, terrific, good.
What number am I thinking of?
69.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, yeah, look at that. You did.
I
Very
got it.
nice.
Yay.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right. Last one. Describe the rest of your life in 5 words. It could be a sentence or it could be just random words. 5.
5
5 words.
Although you extended me to 6.
I gave you 6
yeah.
last week. So if
Yeah.
you want to take 6, take 6.
And it has to be a serious thing, Mike. And not like, because mine was serious, very seriously. Yeah.
That doesn't count as a word. Not Love, kindness, appreciation, God, family.
Nice. Well done.
That's good.
Thank you.
Let me just see if I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Touching all of the penises.
That changed my answer.
That describes Mike right there. Well done, Michael Keegan. You are
good.
known.
Thank you very much. I
Well
appreciate
done.
it. Thank you.
So I'm curious because I found it to be a little bit tough when you asked me those questions, and I think I did an okay job, and Mikey definitely did. But I wonder on the Colbert version if these guests were prepared beforehand.
I don't know.
I would assume they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they don't. Of course, they act surprised and
Yeah,
they sit there acting like they're thinking about it, but they probably. Yeah,
But
I guess
I think Mikey did a good job with that.
Thank you
well
very
done,
much. That was
Mikey.
fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think we'll get some good social
Yeah.
media cuts on that one. So speaking of good job, listen, this has been a great episode, a little bit of a different episode. Certainly having a children's author, legend like Audrey Penn is not usually our wheelhouse, but hopefully we did it justice. Hold on a second.
Nope.
No.
That's not Rosie?
Nope.
No. Okay. So we want to thank everyone for listening. Mikey, let's go ahead before I send it out. What do you have? Anything out of town? Anything local with Govs coming up?
This weekend, all weekend, I'll be in Connecticut. If anybody's in Connecticut, Friday night I'll be in Windsor Locks, Connecticut with Chris Monty.
Oh, that's a great
That'll be
room.
fun. That's an awesome
Skyline
room.
Drive.
Skyline.
Steve Lazarus' room.
Yep, Steve Lazarus' room.
I know that room.
And then Saturday, I will be in Stamford, Connecticut, doing an Omnipop Tom and Genio gig. So
That's
that'll be
terrific.
fun. I think with Mats Palazza and
Yeah.
somebody else. So
Good.
if anybody's in Connecticut. And then February 6th, Mike Keegan and Friends right here, Governor's Comedy Club in the Giggle Room.
Yeah. That's good. I'm going to try to promote that January 31st or 30th, whatever it is, that Saturday night show in the Giggle Room, produced by Levittown dude Brian Fielding. It's going to be me and Brian Fielding and Peter Anthony and a surprise headliner that we can't release yet, but I can tell you it's a heavy hitter. So go on to govs.com and hit that. And Tony Walker, Knock 'em Dead. What do you got going on, buddy boy?
Well, just go to knockemdeadcomedy.com to check out what we got going on. I want to push the Knock 'em Dead comedy show that's in here every weekday at 11 a.m. This Thursday, we have Kenny Forgione, who's the leader of a band called Wondrous Stories.
Oh, wow.
He's been in here many times, but he's celebrating his 70th birthday.
God bless.
And he's bringing with him a drummer called Steve Holly, who was the last drummer in Paul McCartney and Wings.
Wow.
So, looking
Do
forward
me a
to that.
favor. Please make sure you send a text to Haft about that, because as a drummer, he's a drummer historian.
sure. He is.
So he will know who Steve Holly is.
Yeah.
And he will enjoy the hell out of that.
Absolutely. We'll do.
Yeah, that's going to be great. So,
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Excellent episode, guys. Thank you so much. Next week, we have a little uncertainty as to who the guest is. And we're not sure yet if Mikey's going to be out of town or not.
May
We don't
or
know.
may not be here, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We got a couple of tricks up our sleeves. So thank you very much for watching, listening, sharing. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode as much as I did, and Mikey did, and Tony did. And we will see you here next Tuesday, 9 o'clock. Have a good night, everybody.
God bless.
Yeah.